Well, hello. I'm here with the CEO and Chairman of USANA and the President of USANA, Jim Brown. And of course, an announcement went out across the wire yesterday that announced a transition that's taking place where Jim Brown's going to move into the position of CEO, and our current CEO and Chairman, Kevin Guest, is moving into the position of Executive Chairman of the Board of Directors for USANA globally. And so I just thought we'd get together real quick. And so, Kevin, what does this mean for you, and how do you feel? How do you feel about it?
Well, I was thinking this morning driving in, actually, that the answer to that question, not knowing you were going to ask it, but I feel like this is progress.
Yeah.
And we have to keep moving forward. And with USANA, that's something we've done for 30 years, has moved forward as to what's in the best interest of our field and our associates, more specifically. And I see this as an evolution in a direction which allows us to even be a bigger, larger global company. And so as I think about it, I'm excited because I can see the 3 to 5 year strategy out in front of us and what it's going to take to execute that. And it's going to take more than one person. It's going to take a whole team.
Yeah.
It's taken a team to get us here, but we're going to expand that team, which is what we're doing now.
Yeah. And you've spent many years, 30 years with USANA.
Yeah.
A lot of those on the road.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Getting out and about. And Jim, you're on the road a lot too. And so what's going to happen in that space?
So for me, everyone's going to see me, maybe see me more.
Yeah.
Because I'm not having the day-to-day responsibilities here at USANA. I want to be clear. I've had a whole bunch of Facebook messages sounding like they're never going to see me again, like it was nice knowing me and all that. This is not a retirement. I'm not retiring. I'm still an employee of the company. I'm still involved with the executive team. I'm still going to be at events. In fact, I'm going to be in the Philippines here in a few weeks. Then I'm going to
Macau.
Macau. Then we're going to be at the AP convention, and we've got the U.S. convention here. We're doing an event in Las Vegas. Yeah. This in no means is a retirement. It is a shifting of roles so that USANA can move into its next phase of growth.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Jim.
Well, thank you.
I mean, it's not there yet, right?
No, not yet.
But
July.
Still in July 1st. You've been at USANA for 15 years, and you led all of the global operations. China was a big part of your responsibility, and some years ago, and then took over the presidency 6 years ago. And so you've had a vision for the business, and you've driven that, and so. To this point, what's your vision for the next 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, USANA is going to be the healthiest family on earth, right? But we've defined that to be 1 million families. So for the next 5 years, that would be great, maybe even a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
We want to get to that 1 million families, and then we'll figure out what's beyond. And we won't be satisfied at that, but that's a great target to have.
Yeah. And so at a personal level, Kevin, this is a change from the day-to-day, being here, strategizing with the team every day. That's a pretty big shift then to pull yourself out of that. How's that going to go?
I think it's going to go well because something I love to do, I think most people are aware that I love to read.
Yeah.
And I love to learn, and I love to expand my thinking. And this will give me an opportunity strategically to really focus on the future and let other people focus on the present. Not that he's not thinking about the future, as you just heard, but it'll give me the opportunity to really expand my thinking, to see what other best practices are from other companies and other industries, and bring those things to USANA. And that's exciting. That's going to be fun. Again, I'm not slowing down. I'm envisioning myself actually being busier.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to put you both on the spot then. I'll ask you first, Kevin. What's it like working with Jim?
Well, I was thinking about this, two things. One, to take you behind the doors of a board meeting that we just held. And the timing of this is because it required board approval. And so this happened right after the board of directors meeting. One of the board members remembered several years ago when we were having some challenges with our technology and our IT systems. And he brought up that he remembered how Jim took charge of that, took control, and got things done, and got them done very efficiently. And that was brought up in the meeting as we were discussing Jim being the CEO. The second thing is when Dr. Wentz asked me to be the CEO several years ago, I told him no. Because I didn't feel like I was the CEO to run the company. And Dr. Wentz, I've told this story, slammed his fist down on the conference room table and he said, "Kevin, you understand my vision better than anybody on the earth. That's why you should be the CEO." And I'll say that about Jim. Jim understands the vision of the company and understands Dr. Wentz. He knows Dr. Wentz intimately, very well over the last 15 years. When I spoke personally to Dr. Wentz, has 100% confidence in Jim, in his ability, and especially in the ability of the two of us to work together in leading USANA into its next phase of growth.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
My
And-
turn?
Yeah, your turn. Be careful.
Yeah, I know. It's we've been working together for almost 17 years, but it really started 6 years ago when I became president, and my role really changed from operations, of course, but more field and learning the sales and meeting our associates and understanding that side of the business. And Kevin's been there the whole time, mentoring me down that path. There's no one more dedicated to USANA than Kevin, and has the heart in the right place to get to that 1 million families. So I've enjoyed it completely, and I know it's just going to continue down the path a little differently, but we're still going to work together day in and day out to make sure that USANA continues down that path.
And as chairman of the board, I still am his boss. I just had to say that.
I know.
Well, thanks again for catching up this morning. And, as you've heard, this is a great transition that's taking place over the next few months, and the opportunity for both Jim and Kevin to be out and about around the USANA world and visiting with everyone in various countries is coming up, and I know that they're looking forward to catching up.
Can I
with you
jump
then.
in?
Yeah,
Sorry.
please. Yeah.
I just want to say something directly to camera. For me, I think one of the most important things we can do to reach the 1 million families is to tell the USANA story effectively, because that is our differentiator. That's what makes us different. And my challenge to all of you is to think about how you're telling the USANA story. That's going to be the focus of my speaking as I go around the world and speak to all of you, is telling the USANA story from my perspective, having been here from the beginning. But I want you to really think about what story you are telling and why is that compelling, because that is our differentiator. And as we do that, I know through 2 contacts a day, we are going to hit that 1 million family mark sooner than later.
Thank you.